to get started, folks.
Washington's 106.7 WJFK. Here starts Ron and Fez.
Okay, good. You're in for that, right?
Ron and
We put together a non-drinking contest because Billy Staples came across the fact that maybe you and Rory may have a problem.
He called me a problem drinker. He thinks Rory has alcoholic tendencies.
Yeah,
You're not allowed. I don't know the rules. You're not allowed to call him an alcoholic.
Only you can call yourself an alcoholic. So
I can call you one.
I can call you one. I can literally say that you should be on the poster. But now you're how many days sober, Billy?
42.
42. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nice. Now you're almost up to your waist size in days sober.
And keep coming back. So here's the contest. Rory and Fez, and we put you on an honor system, Fez.
Right.
Both you on an honor system, and said whichever guy starts drinking first last weekend loses. We got Rory on the line with us. How you doing, Rory?
Good. What's up, guys?
Rory, we're not even going to ask you to swear to anything. We're just going to trust. I mean, literally, if you lie about drinking, that's got to be the worst possible.
Then you know in your own head you got a problem.
So you know you're an actual F-up.
No one has to point it out to you at that point.
All right, you guys left at 11:30 trying to see which one could go the longest. Last weekend, Rory, how long did you last? And Fez, how long did you last?
I lasted about 50 minutes.
Oh.
50 minutes was, that's when I cracked open my first beer. It was right before 12:30. So my problem was I had my roommates there, my cousin, and they were just constantly berating me saying I have to drink, I have to drink. So I completely fell to peer pressure.
Just so everyone knows, we did go to a party
right, you both
after the
were
show
worried
on
about
Friday.
That.
We had gone 48 hours each without drinking. Then we went to this party after the show.
50 minutes is as long as you can make it.
Yeah, I mean, since it was a party atmosphere, it was very difficult for me, and I tried to give it as best as I could, and I thought 50 minutes was actually pretty good.
Rory, I'm shocked because I really thought that since Fez was, and I haven't checked with Fez, but I would have thought that you would at least set up to stick with Fez that night. I thought maybe the following night when you weren't looking at Fez, you might have broke down first. Fezzy, how long did you go?
I actually had a beer. I had 2 beers on Sunday. Late Sunday afternoon.
So you were well over 30, 40 hours, something like that, 35 hours.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Rory, 50 minutes, that's pathetic.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem was, like I said, just having my roommates there berating me constantly. It's
all kidding aside, all joking aside, that, honestly, no one's going to take you away to rehab. Were you shocked that that's as long as you could go, that you couldn't make it through a party?
Yeah, I really thought I could have done better than that, but unfortunately, I started, biting my nails, starting to just looking around the room, watching everyone drinking beers. It just started.
It's kind of interesting to me that you're blaming everybody else but yourself. They made you. They were doing things.
The interesting he said was the problem was his roommates.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem is not his roommates.
Yeah, not that I'm accusing you, but that's real alcoholic talk.
When the lights on the signs get bigger and the bottles get brighter and that's when the beer signs.
Oh, I didn't know. I watched The Simpsons. I think I saw that.
Now, the weird thing, I was at the same party and had, I'm not bragging because I drank over the weekend, but, I had people screaming in my face, too. What do you mean you're not drinking? I'll have a drink. You're going to ruin the party. That sort of thing. Now, the weird thing was, I felt no pressure to drink, but I had like a natural instinct to start heading over to the bar.
Sure.
I didn't have anything in my hand. I didn't even drink a soda that night because, if I have a soda instead of a beer, I'm going to drink 2 liters of soda and make myself sick. So I didn't even go down that road of drinking anything non-alcoholic.
See, if you might have had some kind of non-alcoholic drink in your hand, it might have kept you from drinking Sunday because you feel out of place when you don't have something in your hand.
I honestly did, some sort of actor on stage. I felt like I didn't have a piece of business to do. I felt like I needed something in my hand. And that was just a natural instinct.
You're a prop act.
I am not a prop act.
Why don't you be
I'm a prop drinker.
What if it be like Billy and walk around with your dink in your hand the whole time you're at a party?
A little shot glass.
All right, Roy, now that we did this little contest, you think maybe you got a drinking problem?
I think I'm just more of a, I have a very party I'm a party animal, and I always enjoy.
Party animal is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Fezzy, let me ask you I know, Rory, we're going to stop you because you're just sounding so bad.
You're digging it deeper, Phil.
Yeah.
Spectre.
And, Fezzy, did you notice that people weren't as fun when you weren't drinking? That whole, come on, have a beer stuff annoyed you?
It was very weird to see it from the other side.
Yeah.
Because faces do get distorted and everything. And I actually, the next day, even though I didn't drink, I woke up feeling like I had.
You're a little hungover, yeah.
I still had a party hangover. Now, what I did, because we talked about this on the air, was you're going to see that this party's not as fun. You know, it's going to be a nightmare to go anyway. And without drinking, it's going to be more of a nightmare. I stayed till the end, just so I didn't have that cop-out thing of, well, of course he didn't drink. He left the party. So I stayed to the very end, and people were just freaking nuts. Just insane to deal with.
What is that about, Billy?
No, I just find it interesting. I mean, Fez, you surprised me.
I know. Why are you hemming me during my story?
I noticed that, too.
So annoying, like you're Sherlock Holmes. What do you got, Scotland Yard?
No, see, Fez, you called me Friday night.
Oh, I called you to say, guess who drank? Rory.
And I got to admit, that surprised me a lot.
What, that I called you?
Yeah. I mean, because, A, you hardly ever call me.
Well, true.
And, B, the fact that you called me to tell me that
I won.
That you beat somebody in drinking, and that was very important to you.
In non-drinking.
No, but don't you understand? That's how important drinking is to you. That you had to hold out and prove that you could not drink just for one night to show Rory?
I'm sorry, did you want me to start drinking? You've got me totally confused on this now. Now I'm wrong for not drinking?
No, I'm telling you that your way you thought about it. Do you realize how much thought and effort you had to put into not drinking for one night?
No, because it wasn't that bad for me. But here's the thing. Competition will do that to me.
But yet
if I had beaten Rory in bowling, I would have called somebody to say it.
I'll say this. I would have thought Rory would have been more competitive.
I knew Rory didn't have a chance.
I know you said that from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I
didn't think so. Now I actually think Rory has the problem.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
How long would he would have had to go, do you think, before you would have thought, okay, this whole thing wasn't fun? Should he have made it through the party?
He could have definitely made it through that party.
Yeah.
I mean, people were yelling and screaming at us to drink, but that eventually subsided.
Sure.
I mean, that eventually went away. And, that first hour was tough. And I was really looking at the watch going, oh, my gosh, we've only been here 10 minutes.
I'll say this, Fez. When you were telling us earlier, you wouldn't believe how people, and I don't know whether this always happens, but people ask, I was really surprised that over the years you didn't say that every time I go out somewhere, people hand me shots or try to get me to drink.
I've seen people do that to you.
Yeah.
Can I buy you a drink? But I've never seen it or noticed it where it's that violent. People really disappointed and physically upset that you're not drinking.
Yeah.
I never realized that people went through that were trying not to drink, that were seriously trying not to drink, that they had to deal with that.
It will literally happen every time I go into a club.
Yeah. Especially when you're on the road doing comedy when they don't know you. It's like, have a drink with us.
They do know you. Even more when they do know you.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, people that know you don't want to meet you. But if
they want to drink.
Imagine if they did like you from the radio. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, Rory, you let Fez down, which you rarely do.
I think I'm going to throw this out, too, because I think Rory might have had this in the back of his mind. I haven't asked him about this. He can tell me if it's true or not. I think, because he brought up things like, hey, why don't we both just get a beer, 1, 2, 3, we both drink, and we're both out.
Wow, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
In other words, bring someone down with him.
Sure.
Wow.
But now, I just wonder, in Rory's mind, if he thought, all right, fine, I concede, I'm going to have a beer, I want to have a beer. If he thought, once I start drinking, Fez will go, ta-da, I won, and I'll start drinking too. But I refused to drink that night.
Did you think so, Rory?
Yeah, I definitely did think that if I had that beer, then Fez would just, say, all right, it's over, I'm going to get a beer too, and then the whole thing would be over. But he was standing strong that whole night there.
Did he lose a lot of respect for you, do you think, Rory?
I think I definitely disappointed him and let him down.
Rory, can I ask you, when you say you had that beer...
Yes, doctor, go ahead.
Am I wrong in assuming that you had more than one? Because you keep saying that beer.
He had 3 in 35 minutes. I counted. Is that too competitive?
Was that you again? What is that?
Billy just gurgled on the air.
I did not gurgle. It was just normal stomach sounds. I can't help it.
That's it.
It's the same sound all the time.
It's not like I do it on purpose. I open my mouth and things happen.
All right, Rory, in this contest, you literally started slamming beers as soon as you lost 50 minutes into this? We lost you, Rory?
Is Roy still there?
Rory?
Yes.
All right.
You know what it was? It was as soon as I took that first beer, that first sip, it just started like I was so thirsty that I just started, I was like, all right, it's over. I'm just going to keep drinking now.
Now it's a matter of thirst.
Here's what he was doing. I'll show it to you with my Pepsi bottle here. When he got his first beer,
Yeah.
this is the way he started drinking it, where he's just putting the top up to his mouth.
Right.
And I thought for sure he wasn't drinking, because I thought, all right, he's trying to trick me here.
That's the nursing syndrome.
Well, the one thing that I did want to do was if I got a beer, then people would, start backing away from me.
Backing away from you how?
Like, they wouldn't be yelling at me saying, oh, you got
Rory,
a drink.
all right, well, Rory, what if they all got in your face and said, give me a beach? Come on. Who are you to back down from people or worry about what they think?
Well, it's not that. It's just, because I do like to drink, and, when it's in a party atmosphere like that, it's tough to say no to people like that, especially your close friends, and especially for, one of your friends whose birthday party it is.
Who is screaming, you're ruining the party!
I can't believe that you're blaming others.
Well,
that's such an alcoholic thing to do. And I didn't think you were one. Billy is assuring us that you are.
I think he's got a problem.
This is pure denial.
And he was really antsy that first 50 minutes, of course.
Really?
Yeah, he was pretty antsy. You could say it, Roy, if I'm exaggerating.
No, I definitely was antsy. Like I said, I was biting my nails, I was biting my
Should he
head.
not make the train trip with us to Morphus?
Well, at least stay out of the club car.
Do we dry him out for a week or so? Do we send him to the Poconos?
That would leave us with just Billy.
Mm-hmm. The dry drunk.
Oh, God.
No, I'm a sober alcoholic.
Okay, fine, thanks. God.
Rory, listen. If I can pick you up Saturday night about 6:30 if you want, before we go to the party or whatever, before we go out, and I can take you to a meeting.
Well, I don't think it could hurt, but I don't
You're going to show up drunk there. You will drink at the meeting.
I don't know.
To get ready for the party.
I don't know how well it would help me though, because I get set in my ways, and I don't think anyone else can help me. I think I'd have to help myself.
Well, you couldn't do that for 50 minutes.
You can't sponsor yourself, Rory. I tried that myself many, many times. It doesn't work. It's a beginner's meeting.
Why, you have the billboard space on your ass.
You can put your hand up and say, hi, my name's Rory. It's my first time. You'll get a little 24-hour chip, and you just identify and see if you feel like you belong.
On the way out to the party, Billy actually handed me his chip.
And you won the 30-day chip, Fez. Congratulations.
How did I win a 30-day chip? I drank on Sunday.
I said I would give it to the winner. Well, you had the reward syndrome.
What's the reward syndrome?
Now, what's that?
That is when you have accomplished a period of not drinking, like you won Friday night,
right?
And you beat Rory, and you felt like you went all that time without drinking, and then it's always the day or the following day where you reward yourself.
All right, well, let's get into my Sunday then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I had 2 beers in the refrigerator. I've had them in there all week. All right? Those were 2 beers I was saving to watch the Pro Bowl with.
The reward.
Much like I would save a piece of chocolate cake or some pizza or anything else. And my thought Sunday was, well, first of all, that I had already won, so I was cool there with myself. And I thought, you know what, we got a long week ahead of ourselves. I'm going to sit here and enjoy these 2 beers. Now, I could have gone out and gotten another 12-pack and watched the rest of the game with it, but I had those 2 beers, and that was it. And I didn't need any more.
You could have went and got heroin, too, but you didn't, Fez. We didn't say you didn't have any. So all right, we're going to take a break. We come back. Let's play. Billy brought us something to figure out whether we're alcoholics or not. We'll all do it together.
All right, cool.
Rory?
Yes.
You definitely are. I don't even know if we should play with you. Fez and I will get the chance. How you doing on your work, Rory? Almost done?
Almost done, yep.
All right, so we let him go? You let him get down here, Fez? Or?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, we'll let you go, Rory.
Okay.
All right, get back over here to the CBS Broadcast Center.
Rory, pathetic. Pathetic.
I apologize.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. You're the one going down the toilet.
Well,
right.
I'll try working on it.
No, don't even bother. We'll wait for your crash. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. And Billy's going to give us a little test, Fez.
All right.
I don't know whether maybe we'll have Mikey D do it with us, but we already know Rory would flunk this test. Do we all agree on that?
Yes, I agree.
Without a doubt.
50 minutes into it, he'd flunk it.
All right, we'll take a break. We're right back. Ron and Fez. All right, Billy's going to give us a quick drinking test, Fezzy.
All right.
I think we all agreed that that Rory would fail this test.
Rory would fail the test. He lost the no drinking contest last week, 50 minutes after getting to that party Friday night after the show.
Although, for whatever reason, Billy didn't seem to give you your props for winning. It wasn't the normal Fez is the winner.
Yeah, why's that?
Well, do you really think you've won if you still succumb to alcohol?
Yes, I won. I won the parameters of your contest.
You lasted longer than a party animal, alcoholic, possible young man.
Should the Bucs still be scoring touchdowns on the Raiders? The game ends when it's over.
Scoring touchdowns will not kill you.
Tell that to Darryl Stingley.
He's not dead.
Still. Might as well be.
Well, I handed you a pamphlet, and there's a question. It just says, am I an alcoholic?
Just give Fez the benefit of winning, and then we'll move on.
Fez,
Say that.
Congratulations, you beat Rory.
You're such a jerk.
He's not the winner.
I am the winner. I won the non-drinking contest. I went the longest without drinking.
Yes, you beat Rory. Is that an improper statement? You won the contest against Rory.
I don't even get some sort of, you know what, hey, nice job. I know there was pressure to drink at that party. I know you like to drink at parties. Rory succumbed to it, but you know what? You stayed stronger in that party. I don't even get that from you.
Well, you know what? That's how you're feeling, because you want that self-image of yourself to be that you're the champion.
I won.
Is it a paper championship?
Yeah, without doubt.
This is a real champion. We got shirts, we got hats, we got a trophy.
It's a whole self-esteem, people-pleasing issue. You want to be the winner, and
I am.
All right, Mike, I know you're a partier, and you can take this with us as well.
Okay.
All right, let's do this, Billy. We don't have all the time in the world.
All right. Go ahead, Billy.
Okay. Question number 1. Have you ever decided to stop drinking for a week or so, but only lasted for a couple of days?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Fez, didn't you want to stop for a whole week last week?
I wanted to stop longer than Rory, and I did.
Okay.
I've never set out to stop drinking for an entire week.
Mikey, and that's Fez. Okay, number 2. Do you wish people would mind...
Wait, why did you put Fez's answer in parentheses? You're not really believing?
What is he writing, even? Why is he writing things down? Where is this going?
My sponsor wanted to see it.
All right,
well, you don't have a right to, Fez W isn't exactly anonymous.
Bill W., this is Fez W. All right, go ahead.
Okay, do you wish people would mind their own business about your drinking and stop telling you what to do?
That'll go ahead and say yes.
Yes.
Yes for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Mikey,
right.
We can include drugs in here as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Because in the first step, it says you're powerless over alcohol. You can substitute alcohol for any addictive substance.
All right, I'm going to put in cake.
They do that in food in OA.
Don't say do-do.
It's called OA?
Yeah, Overeaters Anonymous.
Wasn't Fred Flintstone in that?
Oink, oink, oink.
All right, keep it going.
Okay. Have you ever switched from one kind of drink to another?
Right, here's what I'll do for now on. If it's a yes, I'll Billy's stomach. If it's a no, it's Billy drinking.
All right, good.
Okay. Have you ever switched from one kind of drink to another in the hope that this would keep you from getting drunk?
No.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Is that kind of like, I'll only drink beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no, I've never done that.
You never switched to a 7 and 7 when you were eating, so you wouldn't fill up faster?
Not for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What are you writing now?
Nothing. Have you ever... Remember, this is all honesty. Okay?
Yes, I know.
All right,
I've never purposely switched from one drink to another to keep from getting drunk. That's what the question says.
Okay.
I think any real drinker has went, no, I'll just have beer now.
Yeah, or light.
And my thing was, I have an alcohol problem, so why don't I do some more drugs?
Or I'll have a spritzer. Okay. Have you have you had to have an eye-opener upon awakening during the past year? Have you ever drank in the morning?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I've drank in the morning.
I do that on vacation.
I don't think that I ever felt like I have to have that Well, maybe I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe I
did.
I would have to say you probably did, Ron.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay. Recently?
No.
Okay.
Is there a time limit on these questions?
No.
And stop with the ums.
It just makes me feel better. Go ahead.
Do you envy people who can drink without getting into trouble?
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
you got to.
Yeah.
I don't care who you
Because
are.
I call them a gentleman drinker.
Sure.
You know, a guy who can go out and maintain and not make the ass of himself.
And for some reason, those people seem to drink straight whiskey.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So then, Fez, I'm sorry, am I correct in assuming then?
Well, first of all, my name's Fez, not Frez, but go ahead.
Unless he's from Fresno. Unless there's some place I don't know about that he's from.
You said that anybody who can drink without getting in trouble, the opposite would be they make an ass of themselves. So do you do that? Because if you
Do I what?
go out and make an ass of yourself when you drink.
No.
Oh, because I thought that's what you just said there, that people who...
All right, Bill, you're the one with the stretch marks on your nose. So
All right.
I'm just trying to
I
figure
don't
this
come
out.
in banged up on Monday.
Have you had problems connected with drinking during the past year? Be honest.
Past year for me, no.
No, you're off the hook there, okay?
In the past year.
I haven't done anything wrong in the past year.
Me, yes.
Not that I can think of, but I'm willing to be reminded.
No for me.
Okay. And that goes for drugs too, Mike?
Yep, that goes with drugs. No, for drugs.
Okay. Has your drinking caused trouble at home?
Ever? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, ever, yes.
Yes. There is not a time limit.
All right, then we'll say yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mhm. Do you ever try to get extra drinks at a party because you do not get enough? Fez, can I answer this one for you?
Yes.
Yes, that is a yes.
Too late. I already answered it myself. Yes.
How do you get the extra drinks, Fizz?
It's like if I put a beer in my pocket or something.
Butter dish.
Yeah, butter dish beer. You hide it in the fridge.
Now, to me, that sounds like a problem, but I won't say anything else.
That's the first sign. I mean, I know when I would buy 2 6-packs and everyone else bought one, and I used to hide the last one in the cooler.
Right, yeah.
Away from the cheap baths.
You know, when we had, any sort of party in the studio or anything, I always made sure the guys put beers away from me, so they wouldn't, get drank before I got to them.
I've done that in the past with drugs, but not with alcohol.
Oh, good. You're fine.
Okay, so yes is across the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you tell yourself you can stop drinking anytime you want to even though you keep getting drunk when you don't mean to?
Sounds like you're drunk now.
I know, doesn't it?
Do you tell yourself you can stop drinking anytime you want to, even though you keep getting drunk when you don't mean to?
I think anybody tells themselves that they can stop getting drunk, you'd have to be an idiot.
Yeah, like you go on and you say, I'm not going to get drunk tonight. Next
Right, I'm
year.
just going to have a couple beers and then you end up getting plastered? Yes.
All right, so that's actually a yes. Okay.
Yeah. Mikey?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Have you missed days of work or school because of drinking?
School, yes.
Yes is across the board.
Is there a time limit on this one?
No, there's no...
Then yes.
Okay. Do you have blackouts? And just if you don't know, a blackout is when we've been drinking hours or days in which we cannot remember.
Yeah.
I will forget certain moments.
Okay.
And I'll have someone say, hey, that was funny last night when I go, oh, yeah, that happened. But I didn't have it in my own memory banks at the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's happened to me.
Okay.
I think if you haven't had a blackout, you've never really drank.
Any good drunk will give you a blackout.
So yes is all around again.
Yep.
When you black out on the air, that's when you know you're up to something.
Have you ever felt that your life would be better if you did not drink?
I've never actually considered it.
Well.
No. So no, I've never felt that.
Okay.
Yes.
What about at the moment?
At the moment, no.
No.
Okay. Well, that completes our test.
Of the emergency drunk system.
I don't understand now. Can Fez drive an 18-wheeler from this point on?
Will I get my license now, ma'am?
Well, let me
You don't
just...
even have a license, Lisa.
Well, do you think Fez, you definitely answered yes 4 more times, correct?
Yes.
Mikey?
Oh, damn, that's 5.
Oh, yeah.
Ron?
I took the collar.
So, Ron and I got 100.
Hey!
Nice. Congratulations. Top of the class.
Let's hope there's a bell curve for you boys.
Top of the glass.
Okay, unfortunately here now, what's your score? Did you answer yes 4 or more times?
We have 1 minute left, Chumley.
If so, you are probably in trouble with alcohol. Why do we say this? Because thousands of people have said so for many years. But again,
all right, just yes or no.
Stand there reading.
Yes, you have a problem with alcohol, but only you can decide if you're an alcoholic or not.
No.
No.
Rory, I answered for you, and it's yes.
Rory actually picked up extra points.
Rory got 110 on this.
We drew in Rory's family tree, and he lost points for that.
Howard Stern, Don and Mike, Bill O'Reilly, Ron and Fez and the Washington Redskins, 106.7 WJFK.